Kylie slammed the door behind her, her heart pounding like a drum in her chest as she leaned against the wood, trying to catch her breath. The wedding rehearsal dinner had been a disaster, but nothing prepared her for the moment Elena pulled her aside and whispered those words that tore through her soul. "I can't marry you, Kylie. I've been in love with your sister for months." The room spun as Kylie replayed the scene in her mind, the clinking glasses and forced laughter fading into a blur, leaving only the raw ache of betrayal gnawing at her insides. How had it come to this? Kylie thought, pacing the small apartment in Seattle where she and Elena had built their life together over the past 3 years. She had always known her family was conservative, rooted in the Midwest values her parents clung to like lifelines, but she never imagined her own sister, Megan, would be the one to drive a wedge so deep it might never heal. Megan, the golden child, straight-A student turned successful lawyer, who had always seemed supportive of Kylie's coming out in college. Was it all an act? Kylie's mind raced back to the subtle glances she'd caught between Elena and Megan during family gatherings, dismissing them as paranoia born from her own insecurities about being openly gay in a world that still whispered judgments behind closed doors. Elena had been her anchor, the one who made her feel seen in a society that often looked the other way. They met at a Pride event in Portland, where Elena's confident smile cut through the crowd like sunlight through clouds. Kylie remembered the electric spark when their hands brushed, the late-night talks about dreams and fears, building a future free from the shadows of doubt. But now those memories felt tainted, poisoned by the revelation that Elena's heart had wandered to the one person Kylie trusted most. Why Megan? Kylie wondered, sinking onto the couch, her fingers digging into the cushions. Was it because Megan embodied the acceptable life straight, polished, unburdened by the weight of societal scrutiny that Kylie carried every day? The phone buzzed on the coffee table, Megan's name flashing like an accusation. Kylie stared at it, her stomach twisting. She could ignore it, let the silence scream her pain, but curiosity or masochism won out. "Kylie, please pick up," Megan's voice message pleaded when she finally listened. "We need to talk." "It's not what you think. Not what I think." Kylie seethed inwardly. What else could it be? A harmless flirtation? A momentary lapse? No, Elena's confession had been clear, laced with guilt but unwavering in its truth. Kylie hit delete, her thumb trembling, but the words echoed in her head, fueling a storm of emotions she couldn't contain. She thought about her parents, devout Catholics who had reluctantly accepted her relationship with Elena after years of tense conversations and tearful pleas. "As long as you're happy," her mother had said, though her eyes betrayed the unspoken prayer for Kylie to find her way back. Now this scandal would confirm their worst fears, that same-sex love was fragile, sinful, destined to crumble. Kylie imagined the fallout, the disappointed sighs, the Bible verses quoted in hushed tones, the family gatherings where she'd be the outcast, the one who brought shame. But was it her shame or theirs for refusing to evolve? The internal conflict tore at her. Part of her wanted to fight for Elena, to prove love could conquer betrayal, while another voice whispered that staying would mean sacrificing her self-respect on the altar of forgiveness. As the night deepened, Kylie replayed every moment leading to this. The weekend trips where Megan tagged along just for fun. The inside jokes that left Kylie feeling like an outsider in her own relationship. Had Elena been pulling away? The missed calls, the late nights at work. Signs she had ignored, blinded by trust. Trust, that fragile thread now snapped. Kylie stood and walked to the window, staring at the city lights below, each one a reminder of the life she thought was hers. But now doubt crept in. Was she enough? Had her own fears of rejection pushed Elena into Megan's arms? The questions swirled, each one a dagger, and Kylie knew sleep wouldn't come. Tomorrow she'd have to face them both, but tonight, the solitude amplified her torment, forcing her to confront the price of loving in a world that demanded perfection. The next morning, Kylie dragged herself to the coffee shop down the block, needing the buzz of strangers to drown out her thoughts. But fate or cruelty had other plans. Elena was there, sitting at their usual table, her eyes red-rimmed and pleading. "Kylie, hear me out," she said as Kylie approached, her voice cracking. Kylie froze, the aroma of fresh brew turning bitter in her throat. Part of her wanted to run, but the deeper pull of unresolved love kept her rooted. "What could you possibly say?" Kylie replied, her tone sharp, laced with the hurt she'd bottled up overnight. Elena reached out, but Kylie pulled back, the gesture feeling like a violation now. They sat, the tension thick as fog. Elena explained, or tried to. It started innocently, she said. A shared laugh over Kylie's childhood stories, then deeper conversations about life and identity. Megan, struggling with her own repressed feelings, had confided in Elena about questioning her sexuality. It wasn't planned, Elena insisted, tears streaming. But the connection. It grew. Kylie listened, her heart fracturing with each word. Connection? What about our connection? She thought, the jealousy burning like acid. Megan, who had everything handed to her, now taking this too? The injustice fueled Kylie's anger, but beneath it lay a profound sadness, for Elena's confusion, for Megan's hidden pain, for her own shattered illusions. As Elena spoke, Kylie wrestled with her response. Forgive and forget? No, that felt like surrender. Confront Megan? That might destroy the family forever. The moral quandary gripped her. Was love worth the chaos it wrought? Society preached acceptance, but in practice it punished those who deviated, forcing choices that scarred everyone involved. Kylie left the coffee shop unresolved, the weight of decision pressing down, knowing whatever path she chose would come at a steep cost. Back home, the apartment felt haunted by memories. Kylie packed a bag, deciding to stay with a friend, but paused at the photo on the nightstand. Her and Elena at the beach, smiles genuine, love untainted. She traced Elena's face with her finger, wondering if redemption was possible. But doubt whispered no, and Kylie left, the door clicking shut like a finality. The drive to her friend's place was a blur of tears and what-ifs, her mind a battlefield of loyalty versus self-preservation. Arriving at Sarah's apartment in Tacoma, Kylie collapsed on the couch, the exhaustion from the emotional whirlwind hitting her like a wave. Sarah, her best friend from college and a fellow lesbian who had navigated her own family dramas, listened without interruption as Kylie poured out the story. It's like my whole world imploded, Kylie said, her voice hoarse. Sarah nodded, offering a hug that felt like the only solid ground left. But inside, Kylie churned. How do I rebuild when the foundations were lies? The betrayal wasn't just romantic. It was familial. A double-edged sword slicing through bonds she once thought unbreakable. Sarah suggested confronting Megan directly, but Kylie hesitated. Megan had always been the protector, the one who defended Kylie against bullies in school, who secretly attended her first Pride parade to show support. Was this the same person? Or had envy or something darker twisted her? Kylie's thoughts spiraled into the societal pressures they both faced. Megan, the perfect daughter, perhaps cracking under the facade of heteronormativity. But empathy warred with rage. Why drag Elena into it? Why not come to me first? The internal debate raged, each side pulling her toward different cliffs. That afternoon, Megan called again, and this time Kylie answered, her pulse racing. We need to meet, Megan said, her tone urgent. They agreed on a neutral spot, a park in Bellevue away from prying eyes. As Kylie drove, she rehearsed her words, a mix of accusations and pleas. But nothing prepared her for Megan's appearance. Disheveled, eyes swollen, a far cry from the composed lawyer. Kylie, I'm so sorry, Megan began, sitting on a bench overlooking the lake. I never meant for this to happen. The conversation unfolded like a storm. Megan confessed to years of suppressing her attraction to women, fearing their parents' rejection. Elena had become a confidant, then more, during those family visits. It was wrong, Megan admitted, but it felt real, like finally breathing. Kylie listened, her anger simmering. Real? At my expense? She thought about the times Megan had encouraged her relationship with Elena, now revealed as hypocritical. You betrayed me, Kylie said, her voice steady despite the tremor inside. Not just as a sister, but as family. Megan reached for her hand, but Kylie recoiled, the touch burning with deceit. As they talked, layers peeled back. Megan revealed the pressure from their parents to marry a man, to continue the family line, whispers of arranged introductions at church events. I saw you and Elena happy and I envied it, Megan said. Then envy turned to something else. Kylie felt a pang of understanding. Society's mold was suffocating for both, but that didn't excuse the choice. The moral tightrope. Was Megan a victim or a villain? Kylie grappled with forgiveness, knowing it might mean endorsing the pain inflicted. But holding on to grudge could isolate her further in a world quick to judge queer lives as flawed. Leaving the park, Kylie felt no resolution, only deeper confusion. Back at Sarah's, she lay awake, dissecting every decision. Had she been too absorbed in her own happiness to notice Megan's struggles? Or was that self-blame, a trap women like her fell into, always questioning their worth? The night stretched, filled with what-ifs. What if she fought for Elena? What if she cut ties with Megan? Each option carried a price: emotional isolation, family rift, or personal compromise. The next day brought more turmoil. Elena texted, begging for another meeting. Kylie agreed, meeting at a quiet diner in Seattle. Elena looked haunted, her usual vibrancy dimmed. "I love you both in different ways," she said, twisting her napkin. Kylie scoffed inwardly. Love both? That sounded like evasion, not truth. But as Elena explained, Kylie saw the cracks. Elena's own family disowned her years ago for being gay, leaving her craving stability. Megan offered that, a mirror of the normal life Elena secretly yearned for. "But you're my heart," Elena whispered. Kylie felt torn. The words stirred old affections, but trust was shattered. Their talk escalated into argument. "How could you do this?" Kylie demanded. "Behind my back with my sister?" Elena defended. "It wasn't planned. Emotions don't follow rules." But rules existed for a reason, Kylie thought, to protect against this chaos. The diner blurred as tears fell, patrons glancing curiously. Kylie left angrier, the betrayal fresh again. Driving home, she pondered the societal double standard. Straight affairs were scandals, but queer ones? Ammunition for bigots to claim instability. The weight pressed, forcing her to question if love was worth the fight. Sarah advised therapy, but Kylie resisted, preferring to face it head-on. She called her parents, bracing for the storm. "What's going on?" her mother asked, voice laced with worry. Kylie skirted details, but the truth leaked out. Silence followed, then her father's gruff, "This is why we worried." The words stung, confirming her fears. Their acceptance was conditional. Kylie hung up, feeling more alone, the family pressure amplifying her internal war. As days blurred, Kylie journaled her thoughts, a torrent of doubt and resolve. Was staying true to herself worth losing everything? The answer eluded, but the journey toward it hardened her. Each step a painful evolution. Weeks passed in a haze of avoidance and introspection. Kylie threw herself into work at the marketing firm, channeling pain into productivity, but the office chatter about weddings and families only amplified her isolation. Colleagues noticed her distraction, offering sympathetic ears, but she waved them off. Inside, the conflict brewed. Forgive Elena and Megan to salvage some semblance of family, or sever ties and rebuild alone. The choice felt like a moral minefield, each path littered with regrets. Society's gaze loomed, queer women already scrutinized. This drama would fuel stereotypes of dysfunction. Elena persisted, sending messages of remorse, poems they'd shared early in their romance. Kylie read them, heart aching for what was lost. One night, she replied, "Meet me tomorrow." We talked, no promises. They met at their old spot, a trail in the Olympic National Park, where nature's vastness had once made their problems small. Now it mirrored the chasm between them. "I've ended it with Megan," Elena said immediately, her eyes searching Kylie's. It was a mistake, born from confusion. Kylie wanted to believe, but doubt whispered lies. Confusion? Or opportunism? They walked, words tumbling out. Elena spoke of her fears, abandonment issues from her past, drawn to Megan's stability. "But you're the one who challenges me, makes me better," she said. Kylie listened, her own vulnerabilities surfacing. She'd always feared not being enough, an echo of societal messages that lesbian love was less than. Was this self-fulfilling? The hike turned confessional. Elena admitting the thrill of secrecy had addicted her. A dangerous high. Kylie halted, facing her. "You chose excitement over us. That's not love." Elena broke down, sobbing apologies. Kylie felt a shift, pity replacing some anger, but not all. Back in the car, silence reigned until Elena asked, "Can we try again?" Kylie pondered the cost. Rebuilding trust meant vulnerability, risking more pain. But letting go meant mourning a future she dreamed. The ethical dilemma gripped. Did love demand second chances? Or was self-protection paramount? Kylie drove away undecided, the park's serenity mocking her turmoil. Megan's outreach intensified. A letter arrived, handwritten, detailing her journey. "I've come out to Mom and Dad," it read. It was hell but necessary. Kylie imagined the scene. Parents' shock, perhaps disownment, threats. Empathy surged, but so did resentment. Why now after the damage? She called Megan, voice steady. "You owe me more than words." They met at a cafe, tension palpable. Megan looked worn, the weight of truth evident. "I'm seeing a therapist," she said, "realizing how I projected my issues onto you." The talk delved deep. Megan confessed jealousy of Kylie's authenticity, living openly while she hid. The affair was escape, not malice. "But it hurt you, and that's unforgivable," she added. Kylie probed. "Did you think about the fallout?" Megan shook her head, ashamed. Kylie saw the human frailty. Society's chains binding them both, forcing desperate acts. But understanding didn't erase scars. "We can't go back," Kylie said. Megan nodded, tears falling. Leaving, Kylie felt lighter, closure teasing the horizon. Family dinner loomed, a command from parents. Kylie attended, steeling herself. The table was tense, her mother's eyes avoiding, father's stern. "We need to discuss this situation," he began. Accusations flew. Blame on lifestyle choices. Kylie defended. "Love isn't a choice, betrayal is." Megan supported, revealing her truth. Chaos ensued, shouts, tears, pleas for normalcy. Kylie stormed out, heart pounding. The confrontation exposed the rot. Parents' love conditional on conformity. Alone in her car, she wept for the family illusion shattered. Sarah hosted a support group meeting, where Kylie shared anonymously. Hearing similar stories of betrayals, family rejections, normalized her pain. "You're not alone," a woman said. It sparked resolve. She deserved better than half-loves and judgments. But doubt lingered. Was isolation the price of integrity? Elena proposed couples therapy. Kylie agreed tentatively, their first session raw. The therapist probed motivations, exposing Elena's fears, Kylie's insecurities. Progress inched but trust rebuilt slowly, each revelation a step toward or away. Kylie questioned. Was this worth it or masochism? As therapy continued, layers unraveled. Elena admitted emotional infidelity started earlier. Small deceptions piling up. Kylie confronted her own role, ignoring red flags to preserve happiness. The sessions became battlegrounds, then bridges. But outside, societal whispers amplified. Friends divided, some siding with fresh starts, others warning of repeated hurt. Kylie navigated, each choice a testament to her growth. The turning point came during a family therapy attempt. Parents attended reluctantly, prejudices clashing with daughters' truths. "We raised you better," mother said. Kylie countered. "Better than what?" "Hiding who we are." The session ended in stalemate, but seeds planted. Kylie left empowered, realizing change started within. Months into therapy, Kylie and Elena teetered on reconciliation. Dates felt tentative, shadows of doubt lingering. One evening over dinner, Elena proposed anew. "Marry me for real this time." Kylie paused, forked midair. The words stirred hope, but caution prevailed. "I need time," she said. Inside, turmoil raged. Forgive fully or risk regret. The decision embodied the drama of their lives. Love versus logic, heart versus head. Society's narrative pushed for happy endings, but reality demanded authenticity. Megan distanced herself, moving to Chicago for a job, a fresh start. Letters exchanged, tentative bridges. "I'm proud of you," Megan wrote. Kylie replied honestly. "Healing takes time." The separation eased some pain, allowing space for individual growth. But family holidays loomed, testing fragile peace. Thanksgiving arrived, parents hosting. Kylie attended alone, Elena respecting boundaries. The dinner was strained, conversations skirting truths. Father pulled her aside. "We're trying to understand. Progress? Or placation?" Kylie nodded, but skepticism lingered. Post-dinner, mother confessed privately. "I prayed for you both to change, but maybe I need to." The vulnerability surprised Kylie, cracking her defenses. Tears shared, a tentative hug. But change was slow, old habits died hard. Kylie left hopeful yet wary. the moral complexity evident. Forgiveness required effort from all. Elena's patience waned. "I can't wait forever," she said during a heated call. Kylie snapped back. "You caused this." The argument escalated, old wounds reopening. "Maybe we're done," Elena hurled. Kylie hung up, heart shattering anew. Was this the end? She pondered the cost of holding grudges. Loneliness in a world already isolating for queer women. Friends advised moving on, but love's pull was strong. A weekend retreat with Sarah offered clarity. Amid hikes and talks, Kylie voiced fears. "What if I choose wrong?" Sarah replied. "Wrong is not choosing yourself." The words resonated, shifting perspective. Kylie realized self-worth trumped salvaging broken bonds. Returning, she met Elena. "I love you, but I can't trust you," she said. Elena pleaded, but Kylie stood firm. The decision liberating despite the ache. The breakup rippled. Friends took sides, society judged. Kylie faced whispers at work, but held her head high. Therapy continued solo, unpacking layers. She explored dating, tentative steps toward new connections. One woman, Jamie, sparked interest, honest, unburdened by past dramas. But Kylie hesitated, scars fresh. Family dynamics evolved. Parents reached out more, attending a PFLAG meeting. "We're learning," father said awkwardly. Megan visited, apologies renewed. Kylie forgave incrementally, boundaries set. The process highlighted societal shifts, acceptance growing, but personal battles persisting. Kylie's internal monologue deepened. Had betrayal been a catalyst for growth? Without it, would she confront her dependencies? The questions fueled resilience, turning pain into purpose. She volunteered at LGBTQ centers, sharing her story, empowering others. Fulfillment bloomed, independent of romance. Yet Elena lingered in thoughts. A chance encounter at an event. Eyes met, words exchanged. "I'm happy for you," Elena said, engaged to another. Kylie smiled, genuine. Closure? Or lingering what-ifs? The moment underscored life's messiness. No neat resolutions. As Kylie built her new life, challenges arose. A promotion came with relocation to New York. A leap into unknown. She accepted, embracing change. Packing, she found old letters from Elena. Tears falling. But she boxed them, ready to move forward. The flight east was symbolic, leaving West Coast dramas behind. In New York, anonymity freed her. Dating Jamie deepened, trust building slowly. But past echoed in insecurities. "I'm scared," Kylie admitted. Jamie reassured. "We'll face it together." The relationship tested her growth. Each step a victory over betrayal's shadow. Family visited, awkward but improving. Discussions turned honest, prejudices challenged. Kylie led, modeling authenticity. The evolution was painstaking. Each concession a win against ingrained biases. Settling in New York, Kylie thrived professionally, her campaigns for inclusive brands earning acclaim. But personally, the scars influenced every interaction. With Jamie, intimacy grew cautiously, conversations delving into past hurts. "Your story makes you strong," Jamie said one night, holding her. Kylie believed it more each day, the internal strength forged in fire. Yet, societal pressures persisted. Media portrayals of queer lives as tragic, fueling self-doubt. She countered by advocating, speaking at events, turning personal drama into societal commentary. A call from Megan disrupted calm. "Mom's ill." Kylie flew back, hospital room tense. Parents aged, vulnerabilities exposed. "We regret not supporting sooner," mother whispered. Kylie held her hand, forgiveness flowing. The crisis united them, old grudges paling against mortality. Megan and she shared nights by the bedside, rebuilding sisterhood. "I was wrong," Megan said. Kylie nodded. "We both were." The reconciliation was bittersweet, paid for in pain. Elena's wedding news arrived via mutual friends. Kylie felt a pang but no regret. "Wish her well," she replied. The closure solidified her path, affirming choices made. Back in New York, Jamie proposed a trip. Europe, a fresh adventure. Kylie agreed, excitement bubbling. The journey symbolized renewal, leaving betrayals behind. But doubts crept during quiet moments. Had she been too harsh? Society championed forgiveness, but at what cost to self? Kylie journaled, dissecting ethics. Love demanded sacrifice but not self-erasure. Her story became a beacon for others, shared in support groups. Betrayal teaches boundaries, she advised. Responses varied, some agreed, others debated second chances. As years passed, Kylie's life stabilized. Marriage to Jamie, a quiet ceremony with accepting family. Parents attended, proud. Meghan stood as witness, redeemed. The event contrasted the original disaster, a testament to growth. But reflections lingered. Without the initial shock, would this happiness exist? The question haunted, a reminder of life's unpredictable twists. Kylie authored a memoir, anonymized, exploring queer dramas in conservative contexts. Reviews praised its raw honesty, sparking discussions on forgiveness versus accountability. Readers messaged, sharing parallels, validating her journey. The impact amplified her voice, turning personal torment into collective healing. Yet, in private, Kylie wrestled with lingering what-ifs. A dream of Elena vivid stirred old emotions. Waking, she held Jamie grateful. The balance, past informing present without defining it. Society evolved slowly, but her story contributed, challenging norms. At a book signing, a young woman approached. "Your book saved me from a toxic situation." Kylie smiled, purpose renewed. The cycle, pain to empowerment, complete. But completeness was illusion. Life demanded ongoing choices. In the end, Kylie stood resilient, scars badges of survival. The drama that began with a whisper of betrayal ended in quiet strength. But the echoes remained, prompting eternal reflection. Was forgiveness always the path to healing? Or does true strength lie in walking away when trust is irreparably broken?